Hello and welcome to my channel. It has been quite a minute since I have posted a video. I've done a lot of videos over the course of the year and I've just never uploaded them. And I finally decided to go ahead and sit down and film this video. So as you can tell from the title, it is going to be how I passed the ATI TEAS test to get into nursing school without using the book. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. First off, I do want to go ahead and say that you can absolutely get an ATI TEAS book and study the book, highlight what you think you need to remember, what you really need to focus on, and what you need to learn. However, I did not do that. And the reason why I did not do that was because I had already taken all of my prerequisites except one class to get into my nursing program. So I did take a year off, and a lot of things were not in the front of my head. I forgot a lot of things. I had taken anatomy and physiology 1 and 2, and I also had taken like my prerequisites that I needed to take, like English and math, like way back when I got my bachelor's degree. I did those classes in like 2016. So with that being said, I did go ahead and purchase a package on the ATI official site, and it has multiple practice tests. There are multiple practice tests, and I took them. And each time I took the practice tests, I tried to see what subjects I needed to focus on. This gnat is really aggravating me. So with that being said, my lowest was math and was anatomy or science, which is completely understandable. I took a year off. I wasn't even in the nursing field for that time off, so I wasn't using anything. And I was like, well, I'm not going to stress about it. Like, I'm just going to focus on what I need to focus on, and I know what I need to focus on. I need to focus on anatomy, I need to focus on science, and I need to focus on math. So that is what I did. Now, I used YouTube videos to help me with this since I did not use a book. I am just more of a physical person. I need to see people doing it instead of just reading about it. So one YouTube channel that I focused on when it came to the math portion of the ATI test was the organic chemistry tutor. And I will go ahead and link like what I used for the math portion in the description box below. So if you're struggling, you can go ahead and take a look at those videos. And I did the problems with the YouTuber that does those videos, and I also, did focus on what I failed or did not do good on in the math portion of the ATI practice test. So when you complete the practice tests, it comes back and it shows you what you didn't do good on. So it breaks it down. And that is what I focused on for the YouTube videos of tutoring and focusing on the math portion. We'll go ahead and link that channel and the videos below that I used that helped me a lot, because they could help you. The second YouTube video that I focused on, or the YouTube channel I should say, that I focused on was more concentrated on science, and I also did math as well, but it was more science and anatomy. And that was Nurse Chang. I don't really know how to say her last name, but I will link that channel and the videos down below as well in the description, so that you can go ahead and take a look at that. And I actually preferred her videos over the organic chemistry tutor, because the way she just breaks it down is very simple and it's very easy to understand. Now, with that being said, you do have to realize that each school that takes the ATI TEAS test normally has a minimum requirement of proficient. So the score that you get at the end of it doesn't matter unless it says it's proficient or the next level, which is the highest. I did get proficient, and the way that my school does it is they also will tally up your scores separately on each category. And then I believe they times it by like 10. But I got in on the first round, so I didn't really have to worry about that, thank God, because I actually did really, really, really bad in the science and anatomy portion because I was so focused on math. Math, I was just not getting it on the practice tests, and I just strictly focused on the math portion, and as a result, because I didn't spend enough time refreshing my memory for science and anatomy, I did not do so well. So luckily, I did not get to that point in the tallying that they had to separate my T-scores, because I don't think I would have got in if that was the case, because science is one of the ones that you need to do really good in. But with that being said, I did use the TEAS book a couple years back when I first started my nursing journey in 2021, and I didn't find it beneficial for myself. I know some people do really good with books. I just don't, and that is why I focused on YouTube videos and seeing people do it and breaking things down so that I could understand it better, and then taking the practice tests as well. And you can take the practice tests multiple times. I think you could take each one twice. If I'm not mistaken, I think you can take each one twice. I could be wrong. Don't hold it against me if I'm wrong, but I do believe so. I believe you can take it twice. So with that being said, let me go ahead and get into my TEAS account real quick. I actually have Quizlet cards too, that I used as well to help me study for the TEAS exam. I didn't use it all that often. I think I just reviewed it like once, because I'm not a computer person. I really can't learn on the computer. Okay, so here is the practice. These are what it does at the end of it. So like you can see right here, I have the practice C. Reading, math, science, English, language usage. Those are like all of the breakdowns. So as you can see, math and science, like I said, were not my strongest. And that is why I focused solely on those two. However, I focused more on math towards the actual test and did not do so well in science. And then I took the practice B, and this is actually what I took before the October one. And you can see that I did better. And then I still did horrible. This is when I started studying. This was the first practice test I did. This is when I started studying and realized that I really do need to focus on these two. I don't know why I did horrible right there, but for the English, but I did. But that was when I realized that I really needed to focus on math and science. And then I took it again a month later. And you can see that my grades did improve quite a bit. And then this was the last one right before I did the official TEAS test. And you can see I did not too well. And I did horrible for that one. Like, that was just horrible. And then this was what I got. This is the entrance exam. This is what it looks like when you complete the TEAS exam to get into your nursing program. So these are the scores. And like I said, you can see right here, I did horrible. Although my math was extremely high because I focused solely on the math portion when it came to taking this, when it came to the studying. So that is that. This is just what it looks like. I highly recommend doing this and purchasing some of the packages so that you do have access to practice exams, because that is exactly what the exam will look like. And they are timed. So it is timed like an actual TEAS exam. It did not take me the amount of time that they gave you. I don't even know what amount of time that they give you. However, I was done in about an hour and a half, so I'm a quick test taker, but it could also be because I didn't do that great. But I definitely recommend doing it. You can just go to ATItesting.com and create an account. And it's good to have access to it as well because, you know, they have NCLEX prep too, you know, and they have different study materials and stuff. So it is definitely beneficial. With all that being said, that is what I did to pass my TEAS exam with proficient to get into my nursing program without using a book, without buying a book, sitting down and reading it and highlighting. This is what I did personally to pass using practice exams and YouTube videos. And I think it paid off really well. I know people that have had to take the TEAS exam twice because they did the book the first time and they didn't do well. And that was part of the reason why I also chose not to really waste my time with the book. I also, because I did already take anatomy and physiology 1 and 2, I did also go back in my notes that I had from those classes, and I did review those notes as well. So if you have already taken anatomy, at least anatomy 1, which it is recommended to take that class before you even think about taking the TEAS, I would definitely go ahead and use your notes and review your notes because that is beneficial. There were a couple of things that were not touched on in the YouTube videos on the 2 channels that I will have linked below for you to look at, or that weren't on the practice exams that were actually in my notes. So definitely recommend to take at least anatomy and physiology first and then take the TEAS exam. And if you don't want to use the book, definitely go ahead and take a look at those 2 channels that I'm going to have linked below, along with the videos separately that helped me personally get an 85 in the math portion. Obviously, I didn't do well in the science portion, so that was my fault. That does not fall back on the videos or anything else. That falls back on me because I was so focused on passing math and doing well in math that I didn't spend the amount of time that I needed to refresh my memory for science. But those videos did end up helping because it helped me in chemistry. So that is how I passed the TEAS exam without using a book. And if you found this helpful, or if you're going to go ahead and take a look at the YouTube channels that the YouTube channels that helped me, if you're going to go ahead and take a look at them or take a look at those videos and you think that they help you, definitely give this video a thumbs up. And I have my nursing school pre-orientation tomorrow, so my nursing journey is officially starting. I will see you guys in the next video, and if you are getting ready to take the TEAS exam or another entrance exam to get into a nursing program, good luck. Bye.